Okay. Hey. Um, Before you watch this episode of the podcast, I have to admit that I didn't start recording the podcast when we were live. Um, I did a pre-show when I was playing some Dark Souls, and I don't record the pre-show because I don't put it up anywhere. That's just for the people who come and watch on our Twitch, twitch.tv/nervistv. And I forgot to, after doing the pre-show, we got about half an hour into the podcast before I hit record. So, you'll hear me talk about it a little bit when we are doing the podcast, but yeah, you will miss about a half hour worth of content. I think all we were talking about was Hearthstone. I am recording this video probably a week late. Life stuff. So, yeah, you missed part of the podcast. Here's that podcast. We're sorry. We just got finished talking about Hearthstone.
That's not really. We're not even done. We're just done talking about the new set. We haven't even really gone to
the championships.
Championships. But
so
regardless,
welcome everybody who's watching on YouTube. I'm dumb. I did a pre-show and I didn't start recording until right now. So
you can send your fail fishes that input a swag.
Send all of the hate to that right there, down there.
All the fail fish to him, boys. I have no control over it, so.
I feel bad, sad, bad, frown, bad. That's how I feel. Let's talk about Sombra.
New words, apparently. Yeah, the lovely Overwatch that I've been hearing a lot about.
Yeah, so everybody on the PTR is playing one character and one character only, and that's Sombra. Sombra got announced at BlizzCon, as everybody kind of expected from the ARG. And not to disappointment, because her character style and character stuff was leaked very early, and everyone was kind of poking around saying, is this real? It looked very Blizzard, and now we're confirmed that yes, the leak that we saw was real.
Mm-hmm.
She has few interesting abilities. One, her primary weapon is a machine pistol. Straight up Uzi style, does 8 damage per round, 20 rounds per second, 60 ammo per clip. She's an offensive character. I forgot to mention that. She falls in the same class as Tracer, as Genji, as McCree.
Soldier 76.
Yep, stuff like that. Her right click is a hack. Has a 1.2 second. So pretty much instantly. Damage taken interrupts the cast.
Thank God.
It interrupts or locks down or silences, I guess, abilities for 6 seconds. Reveals health bar and ultimate status of the enemy that she used it on. And she can also hack health packs for her team, so that it spawns 3 times faster and can only be used by her team. I think that's my understanding of what health pack hacking means. And I guess she can hack turrets too.
Yes, it would disable. All cards, those things next to your ammo counter are disabled. Anything else isn't. Ultimates aren't usable. However, some ultimates are also interrupted. So Roadhog, Pharah, and Reapers can get interrupted by hack.
Right.
But Genjis and Widowmakers do not.
Right.
Because Widowmakers is infrared.
And they're persistent.
Yeah, and Genji's is a goddamn sword. How do you you don't hack a sword? It's not computerized.
It's a damn lie. You can hack if you can hack a bow, you can hack a sword.
The bow has technology in it, therefore it can be. The sword is made of steel, therefore it is not hackable.
She's got a few other interesting things. Her passive, which is called Opportunist, she can detect enemies through walls if they're below half health. Pretty cool. Shows up as a golden outline, so they're not so hidden, and you can kind of see their formation if you're planning a team attack. she
It's
has...
nice that it doesn't show the health bars, though.
Yes, unless you hack them. So unless you use your ultimate as you're going in. Because if you hack the entire team, you can see their health bars, no matter what.
Okay, so the hacking with the first aid kits, which stops being able to use them for 60 seconds for your opponents, as well as increasing the spawn rate.
Right. So I was kind of right about that.
Hacked health packs also add to her healing stat when picked up by her team, and build her ultimate charge by large amounts.
That's cool. I like that.
Okay.
She'll be playing off of health packs a lot more than most heroes, actually. Because most heroes, they just kind of use them willy-nilly, but Sombra has to think about how she uses health packs. And her hack ability in general. She also has camo, so she can go straight up invisible for 6 seconds. Cooldown is 6 seconds after becoming visible again. And cannot perform actions while she's fading in and out of camo. If she is detected or takes damage, she is broken out of stealth. But she can remain invisible if she's throwing down her translocator. And if she starts attacking, she also breaks stealth.
Yes. The other interesting thing that I liked about it was that it said that if, for example, Hanzo's arrow or Widowmaker's ult gives sight of her, the Sombra will be notified.
Yeah. It does say that it'll actually notify you no matter what if you're breaking stealth somehow.
Oh, yes, breaking stealth, yes. But with those two, you're not breaking stealth. So it pops up as a UI message, it says.
Oh, cool.
On your, like, it'll say that you've been detected on your screen.
Yeah.
So then you can kind of be like, okay, Widowmaker ult, if just say you didn't have sound. Or you just happen to be running by thinking you're going to flank, and then it's like, oh, Hanzo saw me. Run out, wait, and then possibly go in later.
Right. It also does a big speed boost to her, so that's pretty cool too. So she isn't just she isn't stuck at one static speed, which I feel is a handicap for a lot of heroes that have that don't have a lot of movement options. And her E ability is her translocator, as I mentioned before in the stealth thing. She can throw a beacon where she can instantly teleport back to by activating the ability again, and it removes the beacon after she uses it, so she can sort of bounce between 2 points. If she jumps in and fails a push, she can jump back. If she wants to throw a translocator behind enemy lines, go stealth, try a push, and then it could be like a 2-pronged attack with one character. Kind of a few interesting uses for it, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. And the ult as well kind of has made an interesting reading through it. Kind of was interesting where it disables a lot of shields and barriers, meaning counter pick Lucio in a sense, because it says it includes the sound barrier.
Yep, sound barrier, Reinhardt's shield, Winston's shield that he puts down, stuff like that. Also, Zarya, which you were talking about earlier, is pretty much this is just a giant nerf to her.
Because her ult builds so quickly because it does no damage. So I almost feel like it's gonna turn into the like how when you're playing and you meet a really good tracer who just won't die, it ends up being an annoyance. I feel like Sombra is going to be that new annoyance that everyone's going to just be hate because they can't do anything. So it's like free push except for a single auto attack. Unless they have strong primaries, it's gonna hurt them a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Because like, how do you kill that which you can't see? That's also disabling your abilities. That's also messing up your barriers. That's also messing up health packs for you. She's just an annoyance on the battlefield, not just in combat.
Mm-hmm.
um, her announcement trailer was awesome, super well executed in typical Blizzard fashion. Boop. Um, yeah, so that's her abilities. That's Sombra. She's out on the PTR. I'm kind of excited to see what happens when she comes out, what happens to competitive play. I might actually jump back on Overwatch because I haven't been playing for a while.
Everyone go play Sombra. Just be those horrible people that go play Sombra. Just do it.
I feel so bad that I haven't been recording the podcast. Oh my god.
Just calm down and shush. Just keep going. Jeez.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Just keep going now and forget about it, okay?
Hey Kenny, you wanted to talk about some Dota 2 tournaments.
Though I just found out about these recently, so I don't really have much info on them, but it looks like the next two tournaments that are coming up for the Dota 2 scene being for placements to what looks like to be so the first one is the Asian Pacific Finals.
Okay.
Which involves 16 teams by the looks of it. So the 16 teams go as follows. You have To Be or Not To Be,
Mm-hmm.
Maxi, No Lifer 5 Reborn, TNC Gaming, S1 Lycos, Next Generation,
Mm-hmm.
iClen. God, why does this team have this name?
Oh, no.
Okay, so Australians
Right.
have a team called the Teletubbies.
Because we can take that team very seriously. Imagine
Their
being a
picture
commentator of that game.
Oh my god.
The Teletubbies are looking really good. They're looking really good.
They're not looking fat or colorful.
They're not singing songs. They're just playing Dota. It's a good time.
Yeah. The next team from Australia is Team Notion.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the Malaysian and Indonesia regions, who have Power Gaming and 90s Gaming. You have the Singapore region, who has Slayers. Korea has MVP Phoenix and MVP Aegis.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm presuming it's the main team and the sister team have made it.
Right.
Your Thailand is Signature Trust. And your Japanese team is Detonators.
Detonators.
No, it's literally capital DE, capital TO, capital NATOR.
Gotcha.
Detonators. Yeah.
And that's coming up this weekend?
Yes.
Cool.
And they said it's an offline tournament.
Right.
The prize pool right now is a total of 500,000 CYNs. So I'm presuming that's the Chinese currency.
Right.
So first place gets 200. Second place gets 120. Third place gets 60. Fourth place gets 40. Fifth and sixth place get 20,000 each. And then the other tournament that is happening is the ROG Masters,
Mm-hmm.
which is in Kuala Lumpur. It's an American location.
Kuala Lumpur is in America.
No, but it's the prize pool, I should say, is in US dollars.
Oh, I see.
Okay. It is in Malaysia.
Okay.
And the teams there are Fnatic, Team Secret, the Oceania qualifiers right now. There's two teams of Natural 9 and Big and Black. You have, yeah. Don't even want them.
No
Their names.
innuendos there.
Their names are. We're just gonna leave them with their names.
Gotcha.
We have the East Asia qualifier with MOL,
Okay.
and the Mongols, because they're not trying to be terrorizing apparently. We have Southeast Asia with Excretion and Excretion, sorry, and Menensky GG Network. We have China's qualifiers with Max X and eHomeX.
Mm-hmm.
For the rest of the Asia qualifiers is what's the tag underneath it. We have Entity Esports and Aggressive 5. So the brackets for this, it's a total of 12 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Each of them are split into 4 groups. Groups of 3. Yeah, for groups of 3. They will each face each other, each team once, at least by the looks of it. Mm-hmm. There's 3 games apiece, and then from there it will decide
who makes it out,
who goes into quarters, semis, and finals.
Right. I'm starting to get more used to that format now that I've been watching a lot of BlizzCon, and now that I've been watching some League of Legends stuff, I'm more used to the round robin style to determine top 8.
Yes, so round robin is going to be best of 3s in the group stages. The top 2 in group stages go. The top 2 in group go to single elimination playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's best of 3 playoffs and best of 5 grand finals. For both of these, if I'm correct. Let me just double check. On the other one doesn't even tell me what's the format. Cool. It's just happening. Awesome.
Sounds fair.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the Dota?
So, going back a little bit on some of the older tournaments here, because there was the American qualifiers, the MEA the Middle East and Africa finals, and the Europe qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
So for the American qualifiers, it looks like the 2 teams that made it into or that won the finals was Infamous.
Okay.
Third place match ended up being going to Team Dialcom.
Mm-hmm.
And then second place went to King AO +4.
And you said the top 2 teams made it, right?
That was for
group stages.
No, so what happens with what I said earlier with the top 2 in groups go to single elimination playoffs,
right, is
the way it showed in the American one anyways, was that one team had a bye into the semis, where Infamous got that bye, whereas everyone else had to
do the single elimination thing.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Also, in America, there was only 8 teams in total. So the way they did it was a round of 6 into the semis, into finals. So they did it a little differently.
Okay.
And then Europe has a total of 20 teams, because they're apparently stacked. Jesus Christ.
Isn't Dota like super big in Europe?
Yeah, Dota's a lot bigger than Europe than North America.
Because DreamHack's hosted in Europe, and I know that Dota was a big deal for DreamHack.
Oh yes, always. So in the Europe qualifiers, I won't really go over the teams as much, but the Imperials made it. Alliance, which is a well-known team,
actually
made it to 3rd.
Armada's part of that team.
His team made it 3rd, and Horde made it 2nd.
Nice.
According to...
I always get giddy because I'm like, hey, I know that one.
Yeah, and then Ukraine was 4th. Kamachi was 5th. Romania was 6th. Fantastic 5 was 7. And Nerus was 8th. That's all I can kind of find out, I think, for now. The next tournament that does happen after this weekend happens to be Dream League Season 6, which is on the 25th and 26th.
Speaking of DreamHack,
It's Dream League.
I know, but DreamHack
Yes.
Winter should be happening soon, shouldn't it?
Uh, I'm pretty sure.
While you're looking that up, should we start the BlizzCon conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, despite my failures as a podcast host to even start recording the podcast, I want to talk a little bit about BlizzCon Finals. We at the top of the show that you may or may not have missed on YouTube. I talked about how we will not be covering the World of Warcraft Arena finals
Yeah.
and the and the StarCraft stuff, and also the Heroes of the Storm stuff. Simply because, not because they're illegitimate, not because we don't care about them, just because we don't know enough about them. We don't play those games. I play a lot of World of Warcraft. I just didn't get a chance to watch it, and I know.
And I don't play WoW anymore.
And
12
Kenny
years
never
of
was
that.
really into PvP. So.
No, I was the raiding child of
Of World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
I get you. So maybe another time, once the World of Warcraft Arena stuff becomes more fresh in my mind, we'll cover it. But for today, we are only focusing on Hearthstone and Overwatch. We'll kick it off with Hearthstone. We just got off of a long Hearthstone conversation, but I think it's worth noting that Pavel,
Mr.
Pavel wins over Dr. Hippie 4-2. It was a primarily European top 8.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a
Cyanide, we're sorry. Rip.
Sidonia. Thank you very
Sidonia.
much. And he
Canadian still.
And he did not give me my legendaries. God damn it. I opened my 3 packs tonight. It didn't happen.
Well, I need to figure out mine, so.
Yeah, you should open yours. So Pavel wins over Dr. Hippie. It was an all-European Grand Finals. He wins it 4-2. On the way up, he beat out Amnesiac, the 16-year-old American legend, and Jason Zhu. And Dr. Hippie beat out Hot Meowth and Cheonsu to get to Grand Finals. Yeah. And I also have in the notes that Sidonia bit the dust round 1 of top 8. Boo! My pick sucked.
We both suck.
I wanted to root for the only Canadian in top 8. Didn't pan out, but congrats to Pavel. Anything you want to say about the matches?
Well, the interesting thing I noticed in the matchup, so especially game 3, 4, and 5, it seemed that Dr. Hippie was really trying to pull a win out of his Druid deck.
Yeah.
And it just never happened.
Did he stick with his Druid deck? I didn't watch the...
He went Druid, Mage, Druid.
So he was really trying to bank on that Druid at least getting 1 win before
he had to go back to his Mage. And I think if he would have went Tempo Mage into the Rogue matchup, it might have been better for him. But the other issue was in game 6, was he got over greedy in a sense because he had innervated a Nourish, but he did it for not for card draw,
for ramp,
for mana. And then he didn't get anything in return for it.
Yeah. If you're going to be innervating into Nourish on like turn 3 or whatever, you want to be drawing cards. Especially in a deck like that. The Mali Yogg drew, or I think he's just Yogg, isn't it?
No. It's the combo.
He's the Mali Yogg, yeah.
Yes.
So in a deck like that, you definitely want the card draw because you're running an Emperor Thaurissan. You want as much value out of that Emperor Thaurissan as you could possibly get by turn 6.
Yes, of course.
So, and just having the card advantage overall in the Rogue Druid matchup, I think spells the Rogue's doom. Even though it's a Miracle Rogue and they're going to be drawing their whole deck anyway.
Of course.
But yeah. How about any of the other games? Anything?
I didn't really watch any of the other ones. Really, it's just it seemed that he got really hurt by in the Warrior matchup by the what was it? The Bran into Shield Bearer.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just got really out of lethal. So
yeah, that's a hard combo to come back from. That's 20 armor, man.
Yeah, and he ended up hitting like 32 armor, but he literally just sacked all his life for a lot of the board control, and it worked well for him. So because keeping stuff out of off the board, and it helped, right?
Yeah.
So
I can see it. So Pavel wins Hearthstone. Congratulations to Pavel.
Mm-hmm.
Jerk. Couldn't let Sidonia win one.
He didn't play against.
I know.
Therefore, and I didn't get any packs. Rip.
You didn't get any packs?
Nope.
Who'd you pick?
Sidonia.
Oh, because he didn't win anything.
Oh wait.
In top 8.
You
should have got at least one for picking.
Yeah.
Maybe they just haven't delivered it to you yet.
Nope, because if I did it on my computer, I think I know why.
Why?
Because I'm not logged into my BattleNet.
So
it's not me who has the pack.
Who has the pack?
It's Logan.
That little bastard.
So Logan, who hopefully plays Hearthstone, now has a pack of Grand Tournament.
Now he is going to play Hearthstone. He has a pack of cards. That's like it's like Magic the Gathering. You open one pack and you're addicted.
That's what they said on the at Bandcamp. Anyway.
The fuck? Anyway. I don't often swear on this show, but the fuck?
Yep. Going back to DreamHack as well.
Oh yes, okay.
That is actually
DreamHack Winter.
2 weeks from now.
Hey, we have something to cover in 2 weeks.
It is in Jokopin, Sweden.
Yes.
So, we can shoot Armada, so Hungry Box can win, and Mango, and then
hey! Don't give away our plan publicly. We need to cover this up as well as we can.
No, we make it as obvious as possible, and then they won't think of it.
It inspires fear into the Swedes.
Exactly.
Don't cross us again.
They're so neutral that they're gonna have issues.
I feel it. We should definitely take out Armada while he's, because I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. But he seems to be playing the best he's ever played. 2016 is his year minus the whole Evo bit. Anyway, we'll get there. But right now we talk about Overwatch. Holy crap, is South Korea good at Overwatch?
They're usually good at team games.
They're just good at every game that involves
coordination, and
yeah.
Many people.
My God! So South Korea wins 4-0 over Russia. 4-0 over Russia, not dropping a single point throughout their top 8 run. They beat, what was it? They beat USA 2-0. They beat Sweden 2-0, and Russia 4-0. That is just insanity.
Great.
It was just a clean sweep through top 8. By the way, hi Train. Our special guest Train is back in the background.
I actually don't hear it. Hold on. Let me.
Did we get away with it this time?
No, I hear it now.
Hey, there we go.
I had Hearthstone open, so I was like,
I hear Hearthstone things.
yeah, Hearthstone music is being overpowering.
And yeah, so South Korea beat out USA, which that was. Oops. Sorry, everybody, podcast listeners, for the Windows sound. Anyway, this podcast just boop. Anyway,
Fucking boop.
USA got beaten out by South Korea. I feel like if USA didn't go against South Korea, it would have been a USA South Korea grand finals regardless.
And it would have just been a clean sweep
It would have been just
anyway.
clean sweep anyway. But you know what? USA might have been able to do better in a longer set. The fact that they only had 2 games against South Korea might have spelt their doom to begin with. If they had lost 2 games in grand finals and then maybe would have been able to bounce back, we might have seen a closer set.
Maybe, but we won't. That just hit speculations at that point. So until it ever happens, we would never know.
Yeah. Until then, South Korea is best Korea, best at every game ever. We learned that from League of Legends Worlds. We've learned that from Overwatch World Cup. We've learned that from everything. Kenny, your focus on your webcam is fucking crazy.
Except Dota.
Except Dota.
Oh, being a bitch. Hold on.
Russia beat out France and Finland to make it to grand finals. 2-1 over France and 2-0 over Finland. Third place was won by Sweden over Finland 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my things I say about Overwatch. Did you watch any of the matches?
No, I didn't have time.
Yeah, me neither. I watched a lot of the group stage stuff. I watched USA completely dominate a few of the teams that didn't place. I watched South Korea actually have fun with the game and go Junkrat Torbjorn against Australia. And Australia, okay, so a lot of people were saying Australia is just
salt to the wound to me.
Yeah, exactly. And Australia was just the complete underdog of this tournament, not favored to win at all, and South Korea just made it so much more embarrassing for them, which is sad.
Yeah, when you could do that, no shit.
Yeah, Torbjorn and Junkrat on Kings, not Kings Row. What's the new one? The Castle one.
I haven't played in so long. I don't even know the name of it.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it either because it's fresh and it's the fresh new one. But yeah, so South Korea just being a dominating team. Likely if we get more experience with the game, because this is just kind of. So we'll talk a little bit about the format of the thing, of the tournament. I shouldn't say thing. I'm a podcaster.
Itchenwald.
That's the one, Eichenwald. I think that's how you say it, not Itchenwald.
Hey,
it's not
we'll say it how we want, okay? It's the free damn country. I mean,
South Korea isn't a free country.
Who said we were talking about Korea?
So the format of the Overwatch thing was that the Overwatch tournament, stop saying thing.
No, it's not a tournament, it's a thing, okay? According to Emoto here, it's a thing. It doesn't exist.
All of the players of the different regions were voted in. I think we talked about this last time. But anyway, yes. All of the players of the teams were voted in, meaning that Siegel wasn't playing with his actual teammates that he knows how to communicate with. He was team captain, which might have been a little weird for him. And I think South Korea in general just had more coordination because they're just used to team games in general. So I think whatever team they're on, they're going to coordinate the best anyway. Mm-hmm. So that might have something to do with it. I kind of hope that they switch up the format next year and just allow esports teams to enter and compete.
Well, with the new thing that they brought in for Overwatch, it seems to be a little interesting with the Overwatch leagues, I think they call it. Is what they called it. What the hell was that about anyway? I remember seeing it looking for BlizzCon things.
BlizzCon things. Is this a new thing they announced at BlizzCon?
Oh. It's the esports Overwatch League that they announced. It's esports daring gamble in a sense, because teams will be regionally based. People will play in like their own little small pool. where you play for ranks, then you get signed on, play for a team.
The team of your region.
Yes, and then the team, and then if you don't make the cut, they just drop you. It's almost like a temporary spot into fame in a sense if you happen to be really good.
Hmm.
And
But if you mesh well, you're stuck on the team, and
yeah, like if you do well on a consistent basis, then it's like, okay, awesome. And yeah,
so that's how they're going to approach it next year. Is it's not going to be a voting thing; it's going to be a compete to make it on the team thing.
but it's in a sense that anyone can be playing at a world event.
That's awesome. I like that.
Sense. Send you the link over Skype here. It's what I found. And then there's a video that was showing like a person playing, rose up in fame because dropped in fame, rose back up in fame, bounced back even better. And yeah,
Weird.
but definitely an interesting concept, to say the least.
I like it. I just think that they have to switch up somehow because the voting process obviously didn't work for most of the regions.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's BlizzCon for you. Not a lot of stuff to cover. Next year we'll talk about more stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll probably also be able to buy tickets.
Oh, I want to go to BlizzCon so bad. You want to take me with you?
Oh, we'll wait and see. Actually, I don't. Actually, can I afford BlizzCon? Because that's like right around the wedding.
It's always been my dream.
Weddings.
It's always been my dream to go to BlizzCon.
That was supposed to be our 21st. When my group of friends from school all hit. When we all hit 21, we were all supposed to go to BlizzCon.
When my group of friends all hit 21, we were supposed to go to Evo. That didn't happen. That was 2 years ago.
But they all suck.
Yeah.
I mean, hi.
Oh, trust me, we do.
Hi, people.
We really suck. Speaking of sucking at Smash, Smash Summit happened this past weekend as well, at the same time as BlizzCon. God, was it hard to watch two things at once. Having Smash Summit be up on one screen, BlizzCon up on another.
No, it wasn't. You're lying.
It was so hard.
I did it.
Whatever. Armada wins everything ever, forever, and ever, and ever. He won Canada Cup, he won Smash Summit singles in almost the same fashion that he did in Canada.
Well, that's what happens when you tilt on occasion as Mango. That's if he wouldn't have tilted.
You want to hear my Mango theory? My Mango theory is that he only plays well when the crowd is in his ear. When everyone's chanting Mango, Mango, or USA. That's when Mango plays fucking amazing. Armada plays well when it's quiet and calm and nobody's yelling at him.
Well, you should fix it then. You should go over there and yell at Armada all the time.
I'm just going to go to every Smash event. Like, I'm going to go to Smash Summit next year, okay? This is me putting in my application for Smash Summit 2017. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to be Mango's personal cheer boy. And I'm just going to sit there and shout in Mango's ear, Mango! 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 That's what's going to happen next year. And Mango's going to win Smash Summit 4. Anyway,
Cool.
Armada beat Hungrybox 3-2. Not 3-0 like I originally thought it was. Even though I watched the set and thought it was 3-0. I don't know how I got there in my head.
I don't know how you got 3-0 either, because I looked at him and I was like...
And I also looked at the bracket and Mewtwo King didn't beat Mango. Anyway. It was Hungrybox that beat Mango 3-0.
Yeah, because those rest plays, man.
Or not 3-0. It wasn't 3-0.
And it wasn't 3-0, no.
Okay, I got the thing up here, okay? Listen. Losers Finals was Liquid Hungrybox versus Mewtwo King. That was 3-0. Because Mewtwo King just has a huge problem fighting against Hungrybox.
Yup. Every time.
I attribute it to Mewtwo King never warming up his Fox and never really playing Fox outside of Hungrybox.
Yep.
And Hungrybox just knows how to deal with a fox that isn't playing his best. So
He does it all the time. I mean, look at all the other people that he doesn't play or plays.
yeah. And Hungrybox eliminating Cloud9 Mango 3-2.
Yep.
That was a close set. And Mango normally does super well against Hungrybox. So I'm kind of surprised with that.
Tilting. That's all it was.
Yeah. Armada beating Mewtwo King, Peach versus Marth 3-1. So I'm going to talk about... and the next thing that I was going to say is Hungrybox eliminated Axe, who played, for some reason, Falco and Young Link.
Oh, he played all three of his characters.
Yeah.
He started with Pikachu.
Did he? Yeah.
Went to Game 2 Falco. Got wrecked. He got four-stocked in the Falco game.
I know, I'm not surprised, because Axe doesn't play Spaceys.
Then he did a nice little combo as the rock stage of Pokemon Stadium was dropping, where he threw a bomb and jumped immediately and then down smashed into the sword spike.
Yeah, down there.
And the bomb hit, bounced him into the sword, and sent him at a weird angle. It just sent him like straight diagonal. I was like, okay, that's a gone puff.
How do you DI that? Which hit do I DI?
You don't, apparently.
So, but the thing I wanted to say about Axe was, so in top 16, Leffen didn't even make top 8, but in the person who sent Leffen home, or not sent Leffen home, but eliminated Leffen from top 8 was Axe. And in the Axe Leffen match, that was the most clutch shit I've ever seen in my life from a Pikachu.
Oh god, yes. I laughed. And the funny part was listening to kind of the highlights, since, like I said, I didn't get to find the match itself. They were talking about the... it was... I think it was the Hungrybox and Armada game that they were talking about, or it was one of the Mango's games. But they kept on talking about how it's like Mango was playing Fox or Falco, and they're like saying how he kept on fucking up because he hadn't read Leffen's book yet. They were going to come out with a book of Leffen on how to play Fox. All the texts, all the new texts are going to come out. It's written by Leffen. It's like, oh my god.
Hey man, Leffen's getting beat by Pikachu and Samus. You might not want to write a book.
Yeah, just maybe. But,
and Leffen's saying that he's not playing his best again, blah-de-blah. There's a lot of Johns there.
Excuses?
Exactly. But Plup and Duck made top 8, which is pretty cool. Seeing a Samus player in top 8, and someone who I wasn't expecting to do well when he got voted in by the fans. I didn't expect Duck to do well. Plup, I expected to actually go further. And Westballs, I actually really wish that he made top 8 in general.
Westballs played against... who was it?
Duck. Duck eliminated him. And he also played against... Mafia, yeah.
That's who he was playing, where Mafia did some retarded shit. Watching it through the highlights.
Westball's got screwed over because he's a Spacey that got placed against 2 floaty characters. And Westballs does super well against any Fox. You throw any Fox or Falco against him, you throw a Sheik or a Marth against him, he does so well. You throw a Samus at him, he doesn't know what the fuck to do. You throw Peach at him, you should watch some Westballs versus Armada, Peach versus Falco.
I don't need to watch a slaughter.
It's just an ass whooping.
If I wanted to watch that, I can go to the slaughterhouse and watch a cow die. I'm sure it'd be about as entertaining.
Exactly. And it breaks my heart because Wes is one of my favorite players. I think I've said that 100 times on this podcast.
But Mango means you're competing with Mango. Come on.
I know. And they both play Falco, so...
Can't be competing with Mango. Anyway.
Yeah. Mr. C9 over there. Yeah. So that's singles, and singles played out kind of... Not as expected, because I did expect Mango to do a little bit better, but as the tournament progressed, you kind of saw where it was going. where Hungrybox was on his game, but he just can't beat Armada for some reason. He has to figure that out.
Yup. But now that he doesn't work a full-time job, he's going to be able to do that.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
calm the fuck down. I swear to God, camera, I will murder you.
It's been like a Michael Bay movie over there with the camera shaking and zooming in and zooming out. I like it.
Hey man, special effects. We gotta keep this interesting. Yeah.
Kenny's just providing the After Effects.
Yeah, I'm just providing the additional entertainment.
Yeah, I don't have to edit shit.
This is to make up for not recording the beginning.
I'm so sorry.
I had to do something.
I'm
Jeez.
so sorry.
I'm gonna bug you about that all week now.
I know.
Okay.
It's so heartbreaking. I haven't even uploaded last week's podcast. Doesn't that make me feel bad?
Oh God.
It makes me feel bad, sad, bad, frown, sad.
Okay.
Kenny,
Cool.
I'm so hungry.
You shut up, King Eaton. Your own goddamn fault.
Melee doubles. Alliance Armada again, paired with Mewtwo King, took it over PewFat, Pew, and SFat in a Peach Sheik versus Fox Marth, and somehow Peach Sheik is a better team than Fox Marth. Excuse me?
Yeah, because Sheik knocks it into Floaty Peach, knocks it back to Sheik, who jumps up to hit him up, who still knocks it into the Peach, and knocks it. It was dumb.
And,
Okay.
and the turnip game from Armada paired with the Edgeguard game from Mewtwo King, it's just mind blowing putting those two in a team together. They haven't lost a doubles game that they've entered.
Yep.
They have won every grand finals of every doubles game that they've entered as a team together. Something's there, but SFAT and Pew have been a team that's on the rise. They're both on the same actual team, CLG, and they're good friends. There's a video floating around of them in a bathtub together. Don't worry about it. Yeah. And this slow zoom on Kenny's face as that happens.
Love you, camera. Sure, just
The camera's loving you tonight.
stop it. I literally have to keep camera. Stop. I will murder you.
So yeah, Smash Summit and crew battles. The draft crew was won by Energy Balls McDaniel. Good team name.
10 out of 10 team selection name.
Can I tell you three of the names that I know? Energy Balls McDaniel, Screeching, who plays second, and Team Beer, which everyone was loving at that place. Team Beer?
Yeah.
I was rooting for Team Beer, to be quite honest.
I was rooting for team whoever that woman was that freaked out that there was computers and bags inside the fridge.
Some crazy Smash Summit shit goes down.
I laughed at that as I watched it through the highlights. It showed 4 people walking into the room, opening the fridge, throwing electronics into the fridge, closing the door, and walking off.
It's just Smashers, dude. Just don't worry about it.
So there was an iPad, a laptop, 2 backpacks, and then the female walked in, opened the fridge in the kitchen, screamed, grabbed the backpack, almost threw it angrily on the floor,
She probably thought it was a bomb.
and stormed off.
That's
and
funny.
all the people on the couches were like, "Oh my, okay." And she's angry, and she's gone. This person is just doing this person thing, whatever her name was. It was like, okay, sure.
Some weird shit happens at Smash Summit. When you get a bunch of Smashers living in a house for a week, weird shit happens.
Apparently.
Energy Balls McDaniel wins the draft crew, which means that Armada won literally every event.
West Balls won. Don't care.
Yep, not West Balls was awesome.
Shroomed and Duck.
Yep.
On team Energy Balls McDaniel. Didn't know McDaniel had energy balls. It'd be nice to wonder why Mr. McDaniels has energy balls. Or
I
why
fucking love that name. Energy Balls, and it's with a Z, by the way. Balls with a Z. McDaniel.
Referencing Dragon Ball Z. He's got them Dragon Balls that are full of energy. Anyway.
I can tell you the story behind the team name Screeching.
I don't feel like it's a good appropriate one.
No, it's good. M2K, whenever M2K starts laughing really hard, he starts to screech. So they just called themselves Team Screeching.
Go. Hey, Mewtwo start laughing. Cool. Got it. So whenever Mewtwo starts laughing, leave the room, and then we'll save our ears.
He'll start going. Yeah.
So pterodactyl noises.
Pretty much pterodactyl noises.
He's a hybrid pterodactyl human. Okay. So if he starts sprouting wings and flying around the place, then we know we know our theory's correct.
Yes. And that's
probably why he also plays in his sleep.
Given M2K's mannerisms, I wouldn't be surprised if he was a hybrid pterodactyl. On Team Screeching was none other than Pterodactyl himself, followed by Plup, Axe, and the Moon. Yeah. The only reason that I wanted to bring up Draft Crew Battles was to point out that Armada won literally every event that was held at Smash Summit. So, yeah.
Yep.
Armada kicking ass. BlizzCon stuff happened. Hearthstone expansion announced. Sombra announced, and that's the podcast for today.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of podcast things, we need to do a thing real quick.
What's a thing?
The last week's straw poll.
That wasn't last week. That was 2 weeks ago. We missed it.
Shh. Doing it now, okay? And sadly,
not sadly,
18 votes because no one else voted except like a small majority.
Okay, this is more important than the U.S. elections.
So all of you people who didn't vote, shame on you. Jeez.
Well, we had better turnout than the United States typically does. And
the winner with 10 votes to 8 was Jigglypuff.
I don't have a commemorative picture of Jigglypuff to put up, but I do have a Jigglypuff on Pokemon Go that's called Evo Grand Champ, and I feel pretty good about that. So, congratulations to Jigglypuff beating out the stupid Pichu. We're gonna make Pokemon great again.
Sure we are.
Thank you for watching this election night podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Clearly, the best candidate won.
You mean the only candidate out of two bad candidates? Sure.
What, two bad candidates? Pichu and Jigglypuff?
Yep.
It's better than voting for Trump or Clinton. Good night, everybody.
I guess that's it. Sure, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
Goodbye, everybody. I'm so sorry.
Horrible.
I'm so sorry I didn't record the beginning of the podcast. Goodbye, everybody.